Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
I do trust that you all have the program book, and if not so, get one just for your reference for the various ads that President Crawford referred to, but also for three tremendous stories. There are three biographies, and I'm specifically addressing the biography of Mary Hamlin. I'm not going to go over that. You can read it. Read it. It's such a life story. It will take you 2 minutes, and it's such an interesting life story. But what I would like to say to you, kind of more on a personal level, is I'm sure you're all involved in various groups, organizations, and the first meeting, the first couple meetings you go to are challenging. You don't know the protocol, you don't know the people, you go in there, you're not quite sure what to do. But usually there's a person or two that somehow makes you come back. In my case, as far as the Cleveland Cultural Garden Federation goes, it was Mary Hamlin. I'm not sure exactly what it was. Was it her British proper protocol that she always expelled? Was it her elegant ways of doing things? But somehow it caused me to come back again and get more involved. And it wasn't until I was the president of the Federation I really discovered the amount of work Mary was doing. For example, we have several dinner meetings, and Mary just handled them without much hoopla. She found the place, she worked out the logistics, hand wrote the invitations, sent them out, took care of the financing, and the meeting just happened. And it was done. And it's one less thing I had to worry about when I had my turn. As the gardens get more popular, we get more and more requests for tours and talks in the gardens. Once again, Mary just kind of put up her hand and said, I'll do it. And without much of hoopla, she would go and attend this meeting, and she would go to speak at the Euclid Library, and she would go speak at the Garden Club in Shaker Heights, and she would go give a tour to a school of to children from school touring the gardens. And that would be all in like 1 month. And then she would make a brief report what she has done, and next month she would do the same thing. Just tremendous effort for the Federation. And of course I would be completely remiss if I didn't mention her huge effort for the British community and for the British garden. Single-handedly, Mary has been taking care of this huge garden that was a cornerstone to this park, garden that started the cultural gardens, and we'll be celebrating 100-year anniversary next year. Mary has been here pulling weeds, many times late in the evening. I would be already wrapping up the work at our garden, and I see her car there, and I would stop just to make sure everything is okay. And she'll be doing work, pulling weeds, planting flowers, etc., to make the garden look good. So I do hope that we have some Brits here. I do hope that we have some Anglo-Saxon people. I mean, that's the majority of the population in this country that can step up and help with this effort, especially since next year it will be centennial celebration. So I challenge you, come up to the meeting and help with this effort. Meanwhile, though, it's my pleasure to recognize Mary's efforts and what she has done for the Federation and for me personally, getting me involved with this nice little flag that reads, "In recognition of dedicated service to Mary Hamlin, the British Garden, August 23rd, 2015.